Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. There was a town hall meeting where Robert F. Kennedy Jr. was invited by Hannity. And for me, Hannity, for reasons I mentioned before, he's not a very intellectual guy. He's just I would say, average, if not mediocre. But unfortunately, he plays a role that some people think is really the defender of the other side of the truth, which I don't think he is. I think he's just the extent to which we or the media is allowed to talk about certain things, and he plays supposedly the role of the opposition. He's not. He's just covering for the same metrics game here. I have a video here I was looking at intensely. I watched it last night, but I couldn't find it today again. So eventually I found it. It was very important. Robert F. Kennedy is going to smack again this Hannity by answering what Hannity did not expect as an answer. Sometimes these guys, when they interview other people, they do not like the answer and they try to destroy the answer or try to evade it or redirect it to something else, which is that bad, this good, without bringing any counter arguments or at least pushing deeper into the issue, because that's an issue that he was not expecting to be brought in his interview. So here I have a video, a minute and a half video, where Robert F. Kennedy, I think he's missing some dates. He missing, he's going to use some dates. I don't think he got them right, but doesn't matter the dates necessarily. He uses the chronology right, and he's going to bring some evidence on what's going on and who actually wants this little war in Ukraine. And obviously it's the Russians, right? So I have two things. One, an article from the Russians, right here from Sputnik, and according to them, the West torpedoed Ukraine peace because we want war with Russia, end quote, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. And they don't have here the video, but they have, the transcript of what Kennedy said, and here are his quotes. But I will play the video from another outlet, which is an American, I think, Newsweek. And please bear with me, I will play this little thing for us. Let me make sure I got it right. Let's see, it goes. I hate when it's... Well, my friends, is unbelievable. I've been trying to play this for past, I don't know. I watched it, and I can't watch it right now on the Newsweek, but I can watch it on Twitter. So I'm going to go in Twitter and watch it. I don't know if it's going to be allowed to be doing this, but nevertheless, this is from, let me show you, Newsweek, right there. And I watched this before I started this video. That's why I said, okay, this is a good one. And I'm trying to play it here, and it goes, but, oh, here it is. Jesus Christ.
Is language art, and you use the design of agreement.
So Ukraine, to appease Putin, who I think is evil, they've already given.
He had to say that, yeah.
Evil. They've already given up Crimea. It was annexed. So what? They have to give up the Donbass area.
Ukraine, because of our pushing the Ukraine into the war.
Pushing the Ukraine into the war.
Ukraine into the war on two occasions. The Ukraine into the war, because of our pushing the Ukraine into the war on two occasions.
We pushed them into it, or the Putin.
Well, let me tell you.
We put him or pushed him. We pushed him or Putin. He immediately changes the conversation by saying, "Let me answer," because you don't like my answer, but I will answer it.
Let me answer your question. Well, let me tell you. Let me answer your question. In 2019, France, Germany, and Russia all agreed to the Minsk Accords. That year, Zelensky ran for president. He was a comedian, had no political experience. Why did he win?
He was a comedian, not political experience. Why did he win?
president. He was a comedian. He had no political experience. Why did he win? Because he ran on one issue, signing the Minsk Accords. As soon as he got in there, Victoria Nuland in the White House told him he couldn't do it. Then Putin sends 40,000 troops in. That's not enough to conquer the country. Clearly, he wanted us to come to the negotiation. He wanted somebody to come to the negotiation.
Talks about going to Kiev. These are the 40,000 I think that he's talking about, because and then he withdraws.
To the negotiating table. Zelensky came to the negotiating table, signed a new agreement that was the Minsk Accords 2 in 2022, and that would have allowed Donbass to stay and Lugansk to remain as part of Ukraine. We said Putin signed it, Zelensky initialed it, and Putin in good faith began withdrawing troops from the Ukraine. What happened? We sent Boris Johnson over there to torpedo it.
That he's talking about when the Russians invaded, got to Kiev, and then it was the meeting between the delegations in Istanbul under how do you call it, Erdogan, and they agreed to, according to the Russians, providing that. And a few weeks ago, when they provided that, here is what was agreed upon, and we, the Russians, claim we withdrew the troops from Kiev, and then Boris Johnson landed, and Boris Johnson torpedoed everything according to them, and with Russians saying that Boris Johnson was just a messenger, was not the guy who decided. Scrap that agreement. It was not a finished agreement, but there were some steps. Let's see.
Great. What happened? We sent Boris Johnson over there to torpedo it. Because we don't want peace we want the war with Russia.
We don't want peace, we want war with Russia. And listen to the audience. If these guys allow me.
Johnson over there to torpedo it. Because we don't want peace we want the war with Russia.
Why are you blaming America's role in this?
Why are you blaming the American role in this? And it's much more, my friends. It's much more. Now he's got talking about Kennedy. He makes certain claims. I think he's got the dates wrong, but nevertheless, he uses Nuland going over there, Boris Johnson going over there, Nuland in 2013, 2014, the whole hanky-panky over there, and Hannity is just going to go back to they're bad. We must be good if they're bad. We can't be both bad. Zelensky is, as you said, a comedian, and he ran on that. It's true. He said he's going to avoid war with Russia. That was what he ran on. I don't remember him signing any protocols. He wanted to change the Minsk protocols, where the Russian says, no, you guys signed it in 2014, 2015. Two of them, we're not going to sign anything anymore. What are we going to play every week? We're going to negotiate, and the next week you're going to withdraw, and again the following week we're going to sign again. What is this? And for obvious reasons, if you go and buy a car, you sign a contract, the dealership is not going to show up the next week and is going to say, well, let's change the interest rate right now because no, the whole thing went up. Why would you say, okay? No, you will not say that. I mean, a deal is a deal, right? Supposedly, unless it has over there written that the other side can come and change it or amend it at a request to have a meeting and renegotiation. Yeah, if that's little amendment over there saying that. But I don't think Minsk Agreement 1 and 2 said anything about that one. So he said, yes, because we want war. This is his opinion, his assessment of what's going on over there. And go and watch the whole video and see, or at least the part, this important part, an interesting part, to see how Hannity, this weasel, is going to try to change the conversation always when he said, well, let me answer. You don't like what I'm answering, but this is my answer. And he's saying certain things that Hannity did not expect. Did you hear the people in the audience applauding when he said we wanted war and so on? Hannity, you say that Putin is, we wanted war, we are the bad guys here? He's playing this Hannity, and somehow he has got some credibility in certain kind of circles. I'm talking about population, and yeah, He plays this real little role, but he shows the limitations, the limit, how far he can go. He had to push on Kennedy. Good for him, but he's oh, we're good, they're bad. This is his framework. You can watch this a few times, which I did, and I went, okay, well, he's saying something that probably this guy's pretty soon going to call him a traitor. I'm waiting for that. He goes all the way. Even, I don't know, he says certain things that even Trump did not even dare to say. Yes, remember what he said about the Iraq war, about going over there doing those debates, and everybody was like, oh shit, don't say that one. Remember when he said that, I'm quoting, I'm paraphrasing, we, the United States, invaded Iraq based on a lie, and they knew it was a lie, end quote, something like that. Oh my, watch that on YouTube. But hey, these guys are the bad guys, right? Thank you very much for being with me again today. I'm trying to upload right now another video, and YouTube is deciding if probably they would sanction it or allow it. If that's not going to go through, or this is not going to go through, I'm going to place them on Rumble. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.